Have you ever noticed how a simple touch can completely change how you feel about someone? In today's digitally connected world, we've somehow lost touch with, well, touch itself. But here's the thing, understanding the hierarchy of touch might just be the key to deeper, more meaningful relationships that we're all craving. End of 4. And no, I'm not talking about anything sexual here. This is about the fundamental human need for connection that we've somehow forgotten. End of time a sec. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We're living in a touch-starved society, and it's affecting us more than we realize. Think about it, we're all connected 24/7 through our phones and screens. But when was the last time you shared a genuine hug with someone? We've replaced real physical connection with digital hearts and thumbs-up icons. Then there's this constant worry about how our touch might be perceived. We've become so concerned about boundaries, which is important, that we've started avoiding physical contact altogether, even when it would be perfectly appropriate. And let's not forget how the pandemic changed everything. Social distancing became our new normal, and even though restrictions have lifted, many of us are still carrying that physical hesitation with us. Just like any language, physical touch has its own grammar and vocabulary. Let me break down this hierarchy in a way that will completely change how you think about physical connection. Social touch is your foundation. These are the brief contextual touches that happen in everyday social situations. Moving up, we have friendly touch, the kind that builds trust and shows genuine care between friends. Intimate touch is reserved for your closest relationships, and remember, we're still talking non-sexual touch here. And finally, understanding personal space. Knowing when not to touch is just as important as knowing how to touch. Let's dive into level 1, social touch. These are the building blocks of physical communication that set the foundation for deeper connection. In professional settings, social touch serves a crucial purpose. The handshake isn't just a greeting, it's your first physical dialogue with someone. A firm, warm handshake, lasting 2 to 3 seconds, signals confidence and trustworthiness. That light touch on someone's shoulder during a conversation, it can increase their engagement by up to 40%, but timing and context are everything. When guiding someone through a space, a light touch near the elbow is both professional and considerate. It's about leading, not controlling. Social settings open up more opportunities for meaningful connection through touch. A brief arm touch during conversation can emphasize points and build rapport. Studies show it can make people 2 to 3 times more likely to remember what you're saying. Social dancing isn't just fun, it's a structured way to practice appropriate touch in a safe, consensual environment. Even something as simple as arranging people for a group photo creates moments of acceptable touch that build group comfort. But here's where it gets interesting. Cultural awareness can make or break these interactions. What's appropriate in Rio might be offensive in Tokyo. Some cultures greet with kisses, others bow with no contact at all. Personal space bubbles vary dramatically across cultures. Europeans typically stand closer than Americans during conversation. The key is to observe and match the level of touch comfort in your environment. When in doubt, mirror what others are doing. Level 2 is where real friendship dynamics come into play. This is where touch becomes a tool for emotional support and celebration. Comfort touch is about being there when words aren't enough. A supportive hug releases oxytocin, nature's stress reliever. But timing is crucial. It's about reading when someone needs that physical support, not just giving it automatically. A gentle squeeze of the shoulder can say, "I'm here for you," more effectively than 1,000 words. It's brief but meaningful, usually 2 to 3 seconds maximum. Back pats during emotional moments aren't just gestures. They're rhythmic comfort signals that help regulate breathing and calm anxiety. Celebration brings out some of the most natural, friendly touches. High fives and fist bumps aren't just fun. They're ritual touches that create shared moments of joy. They're quick, clear in intention, and universally understood. The side hug is the perfect middle ground, more personal than a handshake, but more casual than a full embrace. It's perfect for those well-done moments. Group celebrations create natural opportunities for acceptable touch, jumping together, group hugs, or victory pylons. though be careful with that last one. Trust-building touch happens naturally as friendships deepen. Walking arm in arm isn't just for romantic partners. It's a traditional sign of close friendship in many cultures, showing trust and comfort. Playful nudges and gentle teasing touches are like punctuation marks in friendship language. They add emphasis and playfulness to interactions. Shared activities, whether it's cooking together or playing sports, create natural moments for friendly contact that builds trust over time. Level 3 represents our deepest non-romantic connections. These touches require established trust and mutual understanding. Deep comfort touch is about creating safe spaces through physical presence. Extended hugs lasting 20 seconds or more actually change our brain chemistry. They're not just hugs, they're stress relief sessions that show complete trust and acceptance. Resting your head on someone's shoulder is a vulnerable position that says, "I trust you completely." It's often wordless and can last several minutes in times of need. Hand-holding between close friends isn't romantic. It's a grounding technique that many cultures practice. It's about saying you're not alone in a physical way. Care touch shows investment in someone's well-being. Hair grooming, whether it's braiding, styling, or just playing with someone's hair, is one of the oldest forms of social bonding. It releases endorphins and creates deep trust. Touching someone's face, like wiping away tears or fixing makeup, requires enormous trust. It's reserved for our closest connections and shows deep care. Simply sitting in physical contact, like shoulders touching while watching a movie, creates a steady stream of bonding hormones that strengthen relationships. With great intimacy comes great responsibility. Boundaries are crucial. Every intimate touch needs clear consent, either verbal or through established trust and body language. When in doubt, ask or err on the side of less touch. Watch for discomfort signals, tension pulling away, or changed breathing patterns. These are your cues to adjust or stop. Context matters enormously. What's appropriate in private might not be in public. Always consider the setting and others' comfort levels. Understanding what holds us back is the first step to breaking through these barriers. Let's look at what's really stopping us from connecting through touch, both the battles we fight within ourselves and the challenges society presents. That knot in your stomach when you want to offer a hug, but worry they'll pull away. Fear of rejection can paralyze our natural instincts to connect. Some of us carry invisible backpacks of past experiences that make touch complicated. It's okay to acknowledge this and heal at your own pace. Maybe you grew up hearing "don't touch" or "keep your hands to yourself" so often that it became your default setting. This programming runs deep. That awkward feeling of, "am I doing this right?" can make even simple touches feel overwhelming. It's like being asked to dance when you've never learned the steps. Society's unwritten rules about touch keep shifting. What was normal yesterday might raise eyebrows today. It's like trying to hit a moving target. We're so used to connecting through screens that physical touch feels like speaking a foreign language we've forgotten. In today's world, even the most innocent touch can be misread. It's like walking through a minefield of potential misunderstandings. What's perfectly normal in Rio might be taboo in Tokyo. Navigating these cultural waters requires awareness and adaptability. Let's talk about how to develop touch confidence in a way that feels natural and respectful for everyone involved. Begin with the basics, like handshakes or brief shoulder touches. Think of it like learning a new language. You start with simple phrases before tackling complex conversations. Maybe practice with close friends or family who already trust you. Get comfortable with phrases like, "would you like a hug?" Or, "is it okay if I?" It might feel awkward at first, but it's like turning on the lights before entering a room. It makes everything clearer and safer for everyone. Your friends' bodies are constantly sending you signals. Notice the subtle lean in that says, "I'm comfortable," or the slight step back that says, "not now." It's like learning to read music. Once you know the notes, the melody becomes clear. Think of touch confidence like building a house. You need a solid foundation before adding floors. Start with level, one touches in comfortable situations, and let deeper connections develop naturally over time. Remember that everyone's touch boundaries are like their personal bubble, unique in size and shape. Some days that bubble might be bigger than others, and that's perfectly okay. Your role is to respect these boundaries consistently, no questions asked. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this essential truth about physical connection. This is the golden rule of touch. It's not about the technical aspects of when or where to touch, but about creating moments where others feel safe, valued, and cared for. When you focus on how your touch makes others feel, you naturally become more intuitive and respectful in your approach. Let's turn everything we've learned today into actual steps you can take starting right now. Start with something simple, maybe a confident handshake or a light touch on the shoulder during conversation. Just one meaningful touch interaction each day will help you build that muscle memory and confidence. Make it a habit to quickly ask, "Would you like a hug?" before going in for one. You'll be amazed at how this small question can make both you and others feel more comfortable and respected. Become a student of body language. Watch how people respond to different types of touch. Do they lean in, step back, mirror your gestures? These observations will make you more socially intelligent. And here's your chance to be a leader. Start expressing your own touch preferences clearly. Say things like, "I'm not much of a hugger, but I'd love a high five." You'll inspire others to be more open about their boundaries too.